what yanked on? What were your emotions?
I stayed down a little because I almost lost my temper. And you can see the definition of our team of IGYB, I got your back. And then second half, they scored at the end of the fourth quarter, like, you can have it. But at the end of the day, I felt like that turned our team up a notch. And as you can see, we just went out there and made plays.
Are you saying that you pretty much needed that time to get yourself under?
Yeah, 100%. It hurt for sure, but in my mind, I was about to lose it. But I just kept calm, and just seeing how Cal came off the sideline is true definition of our team.
Can you walk us through your touchdown, and did you get a good look at what Brandon was doing downfield?
Oh, yeah. I seen Brandon once I came around, and I seen the safety up top. And I wanted him to think I was going to go that way when I know Brandon's going to seal the sideline for me, and he did a great job, and I just ran off his block.
Sense any nerves from Brock in his first playoff start, and how do you think he played?
I don't think it was no nerves at all. We kind of started off slow. We missed a couple here and there, but as the game slowed down and settled down for him, and he knows the guys that we have around him to build him up, it started to slow down for him too in the second half, and he went out there and played good ball.
How valuable is his ability to extend plays and run around?
It's great to see, the things he do back there when you think he's sacked, and his little slitheriness of getting out of stuff. it kind of makes us a little tired because we got to run around too to try to get open, but it works. So, I mean, as long as Brock doing his thing, we're going to ride with him.
Are you surprised at all by the level of confidence and trust that Kyle has in Brock at this point?
Not at all. For me, he kind of showed it during the preseason a little bit, and the first game he ever started, he called a timeout. And that kind of shocked me and Cal. Like, Cal don't play that. And it kind of showed me the type of guy he is and how, how guts he is with making a timeout when Cal don't got to do that.
When you're going down, how have you noticed Kyle change as a play caller with the addition of Christian and all the versatility you guys seem to have, given different places you can line up?
I don't think it's a change. I just think, he knows the guys that he got out there, all five guys out wide, and including Christian, very dangerous with the ball in his hands. He do a good job of getting it to him.
Did you think you had enough room on that sideline to make it through?
I necessarily don't be thinking of things like that. I just, whenever I get the ball, I try to score, and when I see a lane, I'm going to hit it.
Tell me about how did Brandon set up that block for you?
Oh, he just walled off. As you can see, Brandon, very physical, strong guy, and he just walled him off, and I ran right off his block.
It looked like Brandon was ready to take on the whole Seahawks team after you got your leg yanked. Did you see that from your vantage point?
I seen when I got up, it was 23 that twisted my ankle, and I went right at 30. I didn't even know. I just like blacked out for a second. I just see all red jerseys on the field. I'm like, all right, this is what we on. All right, let's turn it up a notch.
Did you sense? You said they got everyone kind of turned up a notch. I mean, were just guys talking about it, like, or is it just an emotion you felt like you guys reached another level of intensity after that?
Oh, I think it was another level of intensity. Everybody was a little angry because, I just came back from a knee injury, and like I said earlier, true definition of IGYB.
Did you guys feel any pressure coming into this game, knowing that everybody expected you to win?
Not at all. We take, day by day. We don't get into all the outside noise. We just focus on what we have here, and we just go out there and do our job.
You had that brace on for a little bit. Whose decision was that to put the brace on? How did you know it was time to take it off?
What brace?
You had the brace on after that little twist.
Never had a brace on. Nah, it wasn't no brace on.
The rain was going there a little bit at the beginning, but he missed that first pass and was a little off on a couple, but also made a couple off schedules there in the first half too that were real good. He ended up playing a hell of a game, and most impressive thing was not turning it over.
You were all surprised with how much trust you have in Brock at this point?
Not really. Felt that way from the beginning. Once he got in that game versus Miami, we didn't have the luxury to sit there and worry about stuff the way the game was going. We just had to call plays to try to win the game, and he did such a hell of a job, and he's done it every time since. So we got a lot of confidence in him, and he gives us more and more confidence each week.
19 passes and 9 runs in the first half, and it bounced out in the second half. Was it the initial plan to just let it attack through the air, at least initially?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we knew we wanted to run the ball, and we thought it would end up we were hoping it would end up balanced towards the end. but we thought we had some good looks that we wanted to get, and we got some of them and capitalized on a couple. I thought we were doing a hell of a job in the first half, actually, offensively, but you know, they're tough sometimes. They do a good job of giving up some, but not letting you in the end zone. And for us to have all those yards, I think we had 8.5 yards of play, but I think we only had 13 points to show for it. So when you do that, you worry, and that's why you got to turn those big plays into touchdowns, and we were able to do that in the second half.
Joked, or maybe not joked about, don't take a 17-yard sack. But he does seem to have a knack for spinning out of stuff. At some point, do you just get used to it and say, just go do it?
No. I mean, he was great on some. That last one, it was very close. It was unbelievable the throw he made in the corner to BA. I know he just missed that, but you know, he's got a feel for it. It definitely makes me nervous on some of it, but he did a hell of a job getting away. He knows his body. He's out there and can see how close he is to those guys, and he tries to never give up on a play, and he's been very smart with the ball so far, so I appreciate he's doing it.
Did you have a sense Deebo might do something big after his foot got yanked?
I mean, I was worried that he was hurt on it. I lost my mind a little bit on that. But yeah, I was real concerned that he was hurt on it. You know, I didn't like how that looked. I thought it looked pretty bad, and the intent of the play. So I think that pissed a lot of people off. I think it pissed our team off, and I think you can kind of feel our team react to that after. I wish we were like that from the first play always, but sometimes when some stuff motivates the guys, I think it was cool to see us rally together, and I know Deebo was bothered, and it was cool he came back and answered.
Defense had some struggles in the first half, played a lot better in the second half. How did you assess their performance?
Yeah, they got us on a couple things early. You know, the big play, obviously. I mean, you know, DK's as good as anyone. Gino throws a hell of a ball. And Mooney didn't shy away from anything. I mean, he went up there and competed with them all game, just like he did last time. DK is going to get some. I thought we got some too. But I think the key in the game was getting those turnovers in the second half. If we don't come out and get those turnovers and we turn it over on offense at all, I think it's a totally different game. And once we came out and got those turnovers, I think we settled down and got back and playing pretty good football.
Was that play with Abram worthy of a personal or worthy of injection in your mind?
That's what I thought I saw. So, and then he was hurt, so that allowed me to go out there. So, I mean, I'll see. You always see when you see the tape. I know everyone's emotional out there, but that's what it looked like to us.
Anything to the officials about?
Yeah. Not what I said, but and who knows? I was borderline blacked out at the time, so and we'll see. I mean, you always got to see it again, but you know that one bothered us a little bit.
What was your view on Omena, strip sack, most recovery, and just what it meant for you at that point in the game?
Oh, it was huge. That was our first turnover? Yeah, that was once we got the turnover. That's when I feel like the momentum completely changed for the whole game, and it took him a while. He was in that pocket for a little bit, so the longer they're in there, the more people get open and off schedule timing. So I was worried the whole time, and then the ball went down on the ground, and all I was asking, just jump on it, please. We had a couple the last time we played them, and they beat us to it. And then once he did jump on it, I kind of was wishing he scooped and ran with it, but regardless, I think we ended up scoring. So it was a huge play in the game, and I think once our defense did that, I think they got their mojo back and played great, and it was awesome to be able to protect some of them there that last drive.
You mentioned that play, or what happened to Deebo, kind of pissed everyone off and ignited you. I mean, was it an element of you beating the Seahawks 2 times in the regular season, and yeah, it is the playoffs, but I mean, was there kind of like a malaise or?
No, I don't want to make too big a deal about that. I mean, people get mad. That doesn't change everything. You know, you got to score points to beat people, and you know they got us on a couple big plays, especially the go route that gave them some points. And you know, I think we had 8.5 yards of play in the first half. So I mean, it wasn't like we weren't doing well. You know, they just did a good job keeping us out of the end zone. And if you keep doing that, regardless of what you've done, you look up and you're down by 1 point. And didn't feel like we should be, because I thought we had done a lot of good things. But when you don't score those touchdowns, that's how it is. And that's why it doesn't always matter the stats and what you're doing. There's one thing, it's who scores more points. And I'm glad we kept playing the same way. And we ended up getting turnovers and not giving any. And if you keep doing that and keep getting explosive like that, that's why the score ended up the way it did.
When you guys sweep the division and beat Seattle the way you did twice in the regular season, was there any extra pressure coming into this game, a game that everybody expected you guys to win pretty decisively?
Yeah, the pressure is how much we believe in our team, and that it's not a 7-game series. It's just 3.5 hours, and who knows what's going to happen. I mean, everyone in the playoffs is a good team. That's a good team. They won 9 games for a reason. They're always tough to play, regardless. And you got to go out there and play really good football. And that's what's so tough about the NFL is that was our biggest, our internal pressure is we think we got a really good team. And we don't want today to be our last day with this team. But that is the reality of the playoffs. All you got guaranteed is 3.5 hours. Once we clinched earlier this year up there, we knew we were guaranteed the playoffs. So that was kind of the first feeling that we've had in a while of like, wow, if we don't handle our business this week, this week's over, this season's over. And we love this team for a number of reasons, and I'm glad we got another week.
Obviously, Brock's been going well, but is it a different thing to see him do it in the playoffs like this? Just with you?
Not totally yet. I don't know. I feel like, playoffs means, all it means is if you lose, the season's over. Besides that, you're usually going against good teams. But we have seen him do it against good teams, and the pressure's always on. And it was great to see him do it today.
I feel like it affects Purdy now that this game is over. He's already played in one postseason game, and now he can just go play now.
I think he did that today. I think he's done that every game he's gotten in. So it's cool to have another thing that he can say he's done. But these games are all the same. Some can mean more than others just because when you lose this one, your season's over. So that's the pressure that everyone's got to deal with. But that's why you just want to get to the game. Once that kickoff goes and you get out on the field, then you realize it's 3.5 hours just like it always is. But there's always a build-up for that.
Kyle, as good as your defense is, you have this seemingly annoying trend of giving up a big play in the first half of games, especially in the second half of the season. How do you account for it? What do you think? Obviously, you're not happy about it, but
it happens, and yeah, we work at everything. But what I'm happy with is we held them to less points than we got on offense. I think we don't freak out when we give up a big play, and same stuff we've been doing all year. I know we're the #1 defense in the league, and we've earned that throughout the year. But no. Guys play well, and it's a whole team game, and that's why sometimes when they have big plays and our defense gives that up, then we got to answer on special teams or offense, and vice versa. There's a number of times that we've struggled this year offensively or special teams wise